right, howdy folks. I am joined here today by Ali Ansari, one of our HomeLab enthusiasts who has quite a few 45HomeLab products here. Wanted to bring him on. He also did a video about a year or so ago, kind of a customer spotlight. We'll link that in the description there. But yeah, I'll toss it over to you, Ali. Just if you want to intro yourself, tell us a little bit of what you do, and yeah.
Well, my name's Ali Ansari. I'm an avid enthusiast of home labbing. Even since before 45 Drive Home Lab came about, I've been a 45 customer from the original parent company, I guess, and loved everything they've made, you know.
Nice.
I'm working at an engineering company here, running it, and that's how I actually found out about 45 Drives. Got one of the storinators for the office, ended up stealing that, bringing it home, and that started my entire home lab journey. And just been learning as I go since then.
Nice. Yeah, that was kind of one of the things I was wondering, because I was reading the info that I got, and it was like started with Q30, so I was like, did he have this in like an enterprise setting? I know every once in a while I'll see them on eBay like once a year or something like that. So I was like, okay, I want to find this out because that's always an interesting story. But so before you kind of discovered any of the Q30s, things like that, the 45HomeLab products, what did your home lab situation kind of look like before that? Was it just a bunch of different servers? Was it like one big just like rack, or?
It started off as just like one big tower with like 6 drives in it, you know, the basic starting point. And then from there, it went into getting HBA cards attached to external JBODs I bought off eBay. And that turned into pretty much half a room, almost 30 drives, essentially, of just 8 drive JBODs daisy chained together. And that's kind of what, having to worry about the wiring and drives failing and swapping them is kind of what turned me on into getting one of the rack setups.
Nice. Yeah, and that kind of leads to my next thing there. I've seen that you kind of had to, you were splicing your own cables, things like that, like carving out parts of the chassis to fit more components, things like that. So, and you mentioned that you run an engineering firm. So talk to me a little bit about that. Is your career there kind of blend into, is it electrical engineering or what you do?
It's actually like a consultancy. We do A to Z, so everything you get under the sun, but we kind of supervise the work for that. But my master's, when I got it, was in computer science. Oh, and really? Then, at the time of my father's passing, I moved into engineering to take over his spot and everything.
Oh, wow. That's really nice.
Kind of like a fish out of water. But I've been doing the IT for the company since maybe just recently switched away to actually just the admin side of things and headed off the IT.
Oh, interesting. Right on. Yeah, because it's funny, when I heard that you're splicing the cables and everything like that, for a lot of people, that's pretty easy stuff. Not myself. Like, I see people do it here who are in our R&D department, and when it comes to doing like any kind of repairs, whether it be on my server or at home, when it comes to actually like getting into the electrical, I'm like, no, I'm not going that far into it. I don't trust myself.
I fully understand. I actually hate the hardware side of things. I'm more on the software side. But you know, you gotta do, like, there's nobody here to ask for help or anything. I gotta have to do it on my own.
Exactly. It's like, keep doing it, or it's pretty much just like, well, you got a paperweight depending on, you know, what the issue is and everything. But the what was it there? What does your current, so I know you had an HL8, HL15, and now you have an HL15 Beast, I believe.
That's correct.
What does your current kind of stack look like? So do you still use all 3? I'm assuming the Beast being the newest one, you use that one pretty regularly.
Oh, yes. The original plan was to take all the parts from the HL15, which I kind of Frankenstein and cut out and everything. But that's still running, you know, because I have so many people who rely on it. So I ended up building a whole new setup with the HL15. I gave away the Q30 to the office. But I kept all the components, of course. Of course. So now I'm going to need to buy another Beast, and I'm going to start, you know, moving things into it, like the old server.
So what is
like towards the end of the video, I'll take the laptop over there and show you the new rack setup.
Oh, nice.
I had to buy a bigger rack.
So what does your current stack look like from the software side? Like what OS are you running? What tools do you have running off it?
There's been a major switch recently. So now I'm running both Unraid and TrueNAS scale.
Okay.
Prior to that, it was more bare bones, like build it yourself Debian kind of setup. Or Rocky Linux I used for half a year, I think, before I switched away from that. I love Cockpit and the use of UI module, very user friendly.
Oh yeah.
But I kind of like getting down and tinkering with things.
Yeah. Exactly.
So now I'm trying Unraid for a kick, and that's turning to be a little bit more strict in the way you use it, limiting with the kernel and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I actually used Unraid before, and one of the reasons why I stopped using it is their kernel had a anti-cheat problem with de novo and like other things like that. But they solved that. I don't know when, but recently, I'm assuming.
So time to jump back in.
So, yeah, exactly.
Nice. Actually, speaking of de novo and gaming, I've seen when the original video came out, I think you were playing Black Myth Wukong at the time.
That's right.
And actually, I picked that up a few months ago. It's one of those games that I've wanted to play forever, went to my backlog. But are you playing anything right now?
Yeah, actually, I'm jumping between Death Stranding 2 and Minecraft with my wife.
Nice.
Hosting my own little Minecraft server and kind of Forever World going there. But Death Stranding 2 is outstanding, especially streaming from the Beast.
Oh, I know. It's
being
so
able
good.
to just suspend the game and resume. It's still one of the call-out features of Linux gaming.
Yeah. Oh, man. Death Stranding 2 is probably one of my favorite games that released in the last few years. I don't know how far you are in it. I won't spoil anything for you or anybody who's watching, but I'm assuming you played the first one. Like any of the more zany scenes, like it's Hideo Kojima like dialed up to 11. I feel like just with the out of pocket, it's so good. But
I agree.
yeah. But yeah, right now I'm playing Crimson Desert quite a bit. Kind of just picked that up out of nowheres.
I bought it. It's on my backlog. It's coming up after this one. Honestly, they came out in the same week.
Yeah. Honestly, it was one of those games where I got into it and I was like, oh, it's going to be an RPG, whatever. And there were so many mechanics to it and everything that was just kind of thrown at you that I was like, I need to do this in small chunks, like an hour a piece, or I'm never going to go back to this. But still playing it. It's great. But the streaming, I think I heard before that you had, you're streaming to a Steam Deck. Is that still the case?
No, I'm 4K 120 hertz HDR
nice.
TV.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Nice. I was going to say, because that's what I'm currently doing. I have a HL15 in my house doing streaming, and it is, mind you, just a Windows system for now because I just have Moonlight and a few other tools set up on it so I can go to my Steam Deck pretty easily. But it's so good, especially for games like Death Stranding 2 that aren't verified to work on a Steam Deck. And just streaming it, something that's a little more powerful to it, it's definitely made me a lot more lazier because I'm definitely on the couch a bit more.
I know, not to plug like another project, but there's this one project called Moonshine, which you can try right out of the box as is. I'm actually not using it, but with it, you'll get the HDR, the full functionality.
I've actually tried it. Yep.
Yeah, it's outstanding. I've actually been working on like a fork of it and everything where I'm actually doing it's a fork of Smithy, but I kind of like ported in portions of Moonshine into it. So nice. I've got the streaming, I've got the web browser streaming as well, the suspension. It's connected to Home Assistant, so I can control it from there, pause and unpause my game. Nice. Continue on the Steam Deck, the 4K 120 TV. Flawless.
Oh, that's awesome. So you mentioned Home Assistant too. So everybody that I've spoken to so far, they've always been running Home Assistant. And it's one of those things where I'm like, if I dive into Home Assistant, I am going to dive in fully, and there's so much to it. But so the last person that I was talking to, they one of the things that stood out is that they have their blinds for their house that it will, as the sun rotates, I believe they said, it will automatically adjust them for the amount of light and everything. Oh, nice. And I was like, oh, that is so cool. I was like, it's one of those things that when it comes in, it's like, I don't know if I'd ever do it myself, but I'm like, just the fact that option's there. But so what do you have running on your Home Assistant kind of setup right now?
I mean, same kind of idea. I've got blinds hooked up to it and whatnot. But like, if I'm watching a television at night, I get a phone call, it'll pause the TV, or if I answer the phone,
Mhm.
lights will like dim up. Get up from bed, the lights around the bedding will kind of illuminate the way, so I can use the bathroom and come back. Door unlocking, security system. Yeah, there's cameras all over the apartment. Yeah. And just anything you can think of, I've tinkered with. I've pretty much done it.
Oh man.
All the voice assistants. I got my AI thing running the home assistant, but that went terribly.
Oh,
Like,
did
it
it?
started doing some ridiculous things. Yeah. So
Oh,
I just went back to like standard Node-RED automations.
no, right. The yeah, I know one of these times, I don't know which podcast it's going to be, but one of these times it's going to be like, all right, I'm finally going to go in fully into Home Assistant, and it's going to be rough because my bank account is going to hurt. But
Oh, wow, you're buying gadgets and stuff?
yeah,
Oh,
it's like when it comes to that thing, when I find like a new kind of tech or a new piece of tech, it's like, okay, let me experience all of it at once. And it's
oh man, you'd be surprised by how many things you already own will probably just hook right up to it already.
That's interesting too, because I've heard that a few times, and I've one of the other things I was like, I got to go through my house, see what's actually compatible, see what can work, and then kind of just go through that actual setup. But the
That's what's going to get you. The second you turn it on, you're going to get a notification telling you all the stuff that's discovered on your network.
oh god,
And just setting those up alone will get you hooked in.
yeah, I'm just gonna tell the girlfriend, you know what? Just go to your parents' house for like a week or so, because this is just going to be chaotic. There's going to be a lot of stuff moving around. But the
Flashing lights,
yeah.
bathroom doors turning off and on. And
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
yeah, it'll be a whole new house when you come back. The one thing I was curious about too, so I had seen in the description of the video that you did that you were located in Bahrain. Is that still the fact? Still in that general area?
Yeah, still here.
So how is the home lab scene there? Because anytime I kind of look into anything home lab, it's more American, Canadian from what I see. Like I don't see a lot of people from the UK, the Middle East, anywhere.
It is non-existent
No?
over here.
Really?
Yeah, no, it's like trying to find like-minded individuals on Reddit, Discord.
Mhm.
Impossible. The only people I find are like people coming out of college that want to put a game together or something, you know.
Something simple, but they're not like fully
Idealists,
into
yeah.
like home lab or anything
No.
like that. So the what is it like getting components and things in your area? So do you have like issues with stock, like getting the components in, anything like that? Like how is the trying to get those? Is it regular? Like you can go down to the shop and grab one, or
Not really. I mean, you going down to the shop will get you things that are, you know, really old and not exactly specialized. There'll be like pre-built computers and stuff like that,
okay.
which you would find at a normal gaming store.
Mhm.
But for like home lab equipment, HBAs, cables, cases, impossible. You have to order them.
Yeah, the I think the closest thing we may have, and it's probably about 5 or 6 hours away, is probably like PC Parts Canada or something like that, and don't even know if they go that deep with it. So pretty much the same thing, just having to order it online, hope it doesn't get stolen off the porch, and at least that's my
Yeah.
experience.
Well, luckily the customs here, they don't really mind at all. They'll let anything through. So anything I order doesn't make it here. I'm talking about like even like rack mount APC batteries.
Oh, really?
Usually those are restricted. There's like let them through, whatever.
Oh, that's not bad then.
Yeah.
So let me
But I've
see.
tried even flying around the area looking for parts in Dubai and Saudi and Qatar. You cannot find like even hard drives. It's like impossible to find anything of over 8 terabytes. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I've actually not. Actually, it's funny now that I think about it. I'm like, what's the actual like storage scene look like around here? And we have a Best Buy and maybe one other kind of store. And I can't remember the last time I was actually in them, to be honest, and what their kind of drives they have. I know they're all just consumer drives like Samsung Evos or Barracudas, things like that. But yeah, that just really brings home how much I actually shop online now and everything. The let me see here. Yeah, you'll have to excuse me. I am running on about 3 hours of sleep here. So I have some of the questions and everything that I had just kind of written down because even on a good day, my memory is terrible. So I was like, let me go through some things here. But let me see here. So with the engineering background that you had, it was in computer science, then into engineering. And you mentioned that your dad was an engineer as well, civil engineer. And is that kind of why you, not to get too personal, but is that kind of why you made the switch, just because of your dad, or just because it was like, this is more me?
No, just for my dad.
Just for your dad?
Yeah, I still do IT. I mean, as you can tell with the obsessive HomeLab purchases.
Yeah. It's, no, the reason I asked, I've kind of had a dissimilar but similar journey at the same time. My dad, when he had passed, I went through, he was a scaffolder. He was working out west and everything. So I was like, hey, that's what I'm going to do. This was back when I was 23, and I'm 33 now. It was funny. I went out for scaffolding and everything, and it was, oh yeah, we're going to get you to climb up towers that are 120 feet and everything. Me here with a fear of heights, but the money was fantastic. Yeah. And I was like, you know what? I think my dad would be proud if I just do something that I like. So I came in and I was like, you know what? I'm going to get into IT a bit. And then I joined here on the enterprise side of everything. But yeah, it's kind of interesting how like something that has an impact on your life like that can kind of lead you down one path or another, either very clearly, like in your case, like he was a civil engineer, he went into engineering, and then mine where it was like, I'm going to do the same thing. Oh, I have this massive fear of what you were doing. Don't know how you did this for 30 plus years. I'm going to go work at a desk. Just that journey is kind of interesting.
Actually, I kind of went through a little trial system when I got back. I came back to work on computers, but the demand here for somebody with a master's in computer science is ridiculous. When I first got here, I was doing web development. Then I worked for a bank doing the security systems. Then I worked for a newspaper. I mean, it's like I couldn't find anything that actually had anything to do with my skill set. So
yeah,
I might as well do engineering.
Yeah. Yeah, just might as well, it's easy. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. So on your, get back to home labs and everything, so your Unraid system, I'm just kind of jumping into Unraid myself a little bit more, of course, since I
just watched your video.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Just recently getting into it. So I have very little experience with Unraid prior. And now jumping into it, it's really interesting now that I actually like sat down and kind of looking into it a bit more and everything. First got interested when they released ZFS into Unraid, that you could deploy it there. Yeah. But what does your Unraid setup kind of look like at this point in time, like for storage, what it's actually doing, containers, etc.?
15 drives in there, all running 20 terabytes.
20 terabyte drives, RAIDZ3. I installed the ZFS master plugin, and then community scripts with the community scripts enhanced to better schedule everything. Got snapshots and all my, not all, but a large section of my Docker containers running on there. My game streaming and AI work all happen on the Beast, which is running Unraid. It's very stable. That's the one thing I like about Unraid.
Yeah.
The lack of Docker Compose, of course, is kind of painful, but you can mitigate that with docg, Portainer, or anything that can handle it for you. But it's good. I do like Unraid.
Funny that you mentioned RAIDZ3 too, because last guest that I was speaking with, we were like, yeah, we've seen RAIDZ2, RAID 10, everything, but it's like the amount of times that I've actually seen, especially in enterprise where I do a lot of my work, is I've maybe seen RAIDZ3 probably 3 times in almost 6 years that's been on a customer system. And it's funny, the very next person I talk to a week later, oh yeah, I'm running RAIDZ3. So I guess that makes 4 times, but
yeah, the actual setup is RAID Z3 with a 3 drive mirror metadata. VDEV, which I cannot set small files to, sadly. That's one of the Unraid limitations.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, and just a one of those cache slogs, Optane NVMEs.
Oh, nice.
In there. Yeah, but looking at the cache hits and everything, it's not used that much. I mean, it's used, but it's
it's just a little bit. Yeah, just a tiny bit.
One of the mistakes I made was buying the Beast with the AMD consumer chip.
Oh yeah.
Because I ended up not having enough lanes to run everything I needed on there.
Oh yeah, because you did have at least last year, I think at the time, you had 2 GPUs that you were running. Is that still the case, or did you add another third one in there?
Both servers are running 2 GPUs, same 2 in the old HL15, and the new one now it's upgraded to an RTX Pro 6000 and a RTX Pro 2000.
Hey, nice. And I'm guessing that's
But I've actually got another RTX Pro 6000 I wanted to put in there, but I ended up using that in my standing PC because of the lane issue. I didn't want to too much.
Yeah, true enough. The I'm guessing that's for your transcoding, AI workloads, things like that.
It's only the AI work. The transcoding, you're good to go with like any 5060 Ti in the old server now.
True enough.
It's more than enough.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, that's about everything I had. It was good conversation and everything. A little lighter on this one here, but I mean, it was a good conversation, everything. But was there anything else that you kind of wanted to mention? Anything you wanted to plug? A website? Anything like that?
No, I just big thank you for the Beast. I can't believe that you put together something so perfect for my needs.
I'll take all the credit for that. R&D, they won't watch this till later. So, but Ali, thank you very much for joining today, and I hope you have a great rest of your day and a great upcoming weekend. All right.
All right. Thank you.
All right. I'll see you later.
Good afternoon.
You too.